In 1932, Australia declared war, not on another country, not on rebels, not on pirates, on birds, large birds, fast birds, very angry birds. This is the true story of how Australian military lost a war to emus. After World War I, Australia faced a new problem. Not enemies, veterans. Thousands of soldiers returned home and were given land in Western Australia to farm. The plan was simple: reward veterans, expand agriculture, build rural economies. It was patriotic, it was generous, and it was about to meet wildlife. Every year about 20,000 emus migrated through the region. They trampled crops, broke fences, ate everything. For struggling farmers, this was catastrophic. Imagine surviving trench warfare and then losing your livelihood to birds. The farmers complained, the government listened, and they made a decision that would echo through history. Someone somewhere said, what if we used machine guns? And no one stopped them. The Australian government approved a military operation. Actual soldiers, actual weapons, actual orders. Mission objective: eliminate emus. This was not a metaphor. This was an official military deployment. The army sent free soldiers, 2 Lewis machine guns, 10,000 rounds of ammunition against thousands of emus who could run 50 kilometers per hour, who traveled in dispersed groups, who did not sign the Geneva Convention. Confidence was high. Reality arrived immediately. The soldiers waited near a watering hole. Emus approached. They opened fire and the guns jammed. The emus ran. No confirmed casualties. The birds regrouped. History took notes. Subsequent attempts went worse. Emus scattered unpredictably, ran in small groups, changed direction instantly. Machine guns were useless. The birds were too fast, too spread out, too organized. One officer later reported, if we had a military division with the bullet-carrying capacity of these birds, it would face any army. The birds were now officially described as elite units. The army tried mounting a machine gun on a truck. The plan: chase the emus, shoot them while moving. The result: the truck bounced. The gun couldn't aim. The emus outrun the vehicle. At one point the gunner nearly fell out. The birds escaped again. News spread, headlines appeared, cartoons were drawn. Australia had deployed the military, failed repeatedly against birds. Parliament was questioned. The Ministry of Defense defended the operation. The emus continued winning. Eventually the government quietly ended the campaign. Official results: about 1,000 emus killed, generously estimated. Tens of thousands survived. Crops still destroyed, fences still broken. Military conclusion: machine guns were not an effective solution. Strategic conclusion: the emus had won. No treaty was signed. The birds remained in possession of the battlefield. This wasn't stupidity. It was a system failure. The government applied military logic to an ecological problem. Assumed technology beats adaptation. Underestimate decentralized targets. The emus had no central command, no formation, no predictable behavior. It was asymmetrical warfare with feathers. After the war, farmers got fences instead. Bounties replaced bullets. The emus continue existing peacefully. The military never tried again. The birds were left undefeated. To this day, the Great Emu War remains the only conflict in history where the official victor is wildlife. The Great Emu War teaches us something real. The power fails when the problem isn't centralized, the target can adapt, and the tools doesn't fit the task. Technology is not intelligence, and bureaucracy does not negotiate with nature. Australia sent soldiers, the emus sent more emus, and history quietly recorded the outcome. Because sometimes the greatest enemy of an empire, it's a flock of extremely fast, extremely angry birds. Hit like, subscribe. Next time we look at another war that never should have been declared and why common sense surrendered immediately.